Let's only wait. Okay, we are back on the YouTube, so we can start the finishing of everything.
Já está transmitindo.
Okay, we are transmitting. Okay, then we are going to pronounce then the result of the defense session from the candidate Fernanda Yamamoto Ricardo da Silva. I would like to read the committee decision in Portuguese, but the other members has already listened that to in English. So, a candidata apresentou o conteúdo da tese com material didático adequado, com desenvoltura e estilo claro. O conteúdo da tese é altamente relevante no contexto da pesquisa em transplante pulmonar, com uma abordagem inovadora, particularmente no que diz respeito aos efeitos da morte encefálica entre os sexos e o controle de seus efeitos com o estradiol. O comitê considerou o conteúdo da tese altamente relevante e bem apresentado. A candidata respondeu com precisão às perguntas dos membros da banca, e a banca considerou, então, a candidata aprovada para receber o título de doutor pela Universidade de São Paulo, no programa de dupla titulação, conjuntamente com a Universidade de Aluna. Parabéns, Fernanda, você foi aprovada. Congratulations. So now, in order to end that, I will give the word to Fernanda for her to talk a little bit. If you want to think or tell anything, it's your microphone.
Okay, so I have a lot of people to thank for this work. Oh my God. Yes, so we'll be switching a bit in language because I want everyone to understand my words. First, I want to thank my supervisor. So, Anna, thank you so much for everything. You already know that you are a role model for me. And oh my God. I'm not someone that really expresses much, so this is very emotional for me. But I want you to know that it was a pleasure to work with you and with everyone so far. I want to also thank Professor Herman Melvinick. It was a pleasure to have you working with me, and it was very good to how you opened the doors for me in your laboratory and with everyone in Groningen. Everyone was very kind and helpful with not only things that I needed to do for this work, but also just adapting to a new country. So it was something that I will remember, and I do believe that it was very special for me. I also want to thank Professor Luis Felipe. He is our chief in the laboratory, and having him accepting me as to work in his laboratory under the supervision of Anna was something that opened new opportunities to me that I couldn't possibly believe when I started. So I couldn't, we had perspective, but I do believe that the work that we did for this PhD has grown to in another scale. I also want to thank everyone in the laboratory here in Brazil, especially. Everyone has always worked together, and I do believe that this thesis was possible because of each and every one of them. So I want to thank Cristiano, Roberto, especially Roberto, who was my partner in not only the double PhD, but also in all the experiments and everything. So I do believe that a part of this thesis was done by him. I also want to thank Marina. She was a student that started working in the lab, helping me with all the things that I did for this work. So a part of this also goes to her. I also want to thank the other people in the laboratory that helped me not only for this presentation, but also in discussions and helped me always improve. So I want to thank Lucas, Brunella, Mayara, Pedro, and also Sergio. I don't know if he's watching, but he was very much helpful for this. I also want to thank my friends. I made a lot of friends along the way when I was in Groningen, and I want to thank all of them. Not only they made it enjoyable in the lab, but also outside and just enjoying being in another country. So I want to thank them for that. Também quero agradecer para todo mundo que talvez não seja tão fluente em inglês, todos os meus amigos, e também especialmente a minha família, minha mãe, meu pai, meus irmãos, Marcelo e Felipe. Foi muito bom ter vocês durante todos esses anos, mas especialmente me ajudando a finalizar esse doutorado. Eu espero que dessa vez vocês tenham entendido um pouco mais do meu trabalho e eu sei que eu posso contar com vocês para qualquer coisa. Finally, want to thank just everyone. If I forgot everyone, sorry. But it was something that I'm really proud of. So I want to thank everyone.
Well, that was nice to hear. You made me glad. So the thing is, I'm the one who has the last words. Today is a very important day to me, as it is to Fernanda, because she was the first one. We have the defense from Roberto. It's very special, but Fernanda was the first one to enroll with me as a supervisor. So we have history together. We are together for so long that I don't know if I can work without her. So she's trying to stay in our lab, and I have a lot of ideas for her career. I'm planning already, but she's a very good student. And she grew so much along these years that I could not be more proud than I am today. It's like, I always say at the lab that they are like our children. I have 2 boys and my boys are jealous of my students. So my students for me are very important. I learn a lot from them. That I'm not the only one who is teaching. They are teaching me every day. And this day-to-day, every day with them, it's very, very, very good. So Fernanda is a huge part of that, is going to be in my heart, even if she is not here anymore in the lab, but I do not believe that we're going to stay. But today I would like to thank not only Fernanda, and to be a little bit emotional, but I would like to again thank for the collaboration with the Groningen people, Evening, Erasmus. I will always remember these 2 defenses as the first ones, because I believe we have a very long road ahead of us. We are going to have another student coming. Marina is going to Groningen, and we are planning other things, and we are always planning and asking questions and thinking about the future. So I believe this is only the beginning. But these 2 defenses, they are a mark for me and for our lab, because they are the first ones, and they are like the 2 rocks that established our collaboration further. So I would like to thank Henry again for your work with us, for our meetings every week. Every week you have to meet up with us online. It is a pleasure to talk to you every week. And Erasmus, we have talks in Groningen and also here in Brazil, and you added a lot about the lab for me. I learned a lot from you. And for the other 2, Professor Paulo, for being here today and for being the one who evaluated a lot of my students when they come to the program. Thank you a lot for your help and your suggestions. And Professor Maria Cristina was part of the first examination committee from Fernanda, and her considerations were taken a lot into account. And we went further with your opinion too. So I would like to thank you for the participation today and in the future, because we want to keep in touch, exchanging knowledge if possible. Okay? And then I believe we can end like this. because or I'm going to pile a lot. If I keep thanking everybody, listening and everything from our life, I'm going to be more emotional because today Fernanda made me, maybe the emotion from her is coming to me, so it's a little bit difficult.
Anna, can I say a few words? Is it okay to say a few words?
Yes, of course, you can. It will be a pleasure.
So if you are the mom in Brazil, then actually she has two uncles in the Netherlands, namely Michiel Erasmus and myself, or maybe a granddad. I don't know how you would call us or identify us, but actually for us, also for both Michiel and myself, it was a great adventure to go to your lab and actually see you as a family working together. And that gave us also the opportunity to work with you. We learned a lot about sex differences, both in rats, but also in human beings, because it is very clear that the way Anna is leading the group and leading the lab on high heels is something we will never be able to do. And actually, it is really a very good example on how modern research groups work together. So we worked a lot via virtual contact. Of course, missing the real contact because both Michiel and I were very sad we could not be there at the summer school. We really missed it. And actually, Michiel Erasmus tried to order a caipirinha last week, but it was not possible because they don't serve it in the Netherlands. But he did try it on behalf of, on the occasion of your thesis defense, Fernanda. Fernanda, you were a remarkable person in the lab, and I also told that during your defense that you're not only there as a PhD student, but also as the model of the UMCJ with your smiling face on our brochures. So hopefully, so you will not be forgotten. And we're really looking forward on the continuation of the collaboration we have. I also hope that Paulo can be part of that because it's really amazing how enthusiastic you also were about this work, and I know for sure that also Michiel would really like that because it's more or less a dream of us, not only to start this EVLP work in the Netherlands, and you have your groundwork done in Toronto, but really also to make this translation into the clinics in Sao Paulo, as Michiel is also done in the Netherlands. So I'm sure that we, in the next years, we will have a lot of very good and fruitful collaborations. And hopefully we will meet them again in person, because there's nothing better than having a good Brazilian lunch. That's what we experience.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Henry. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Totally agree.
Thank you. So then we can maybe end the session, and we are going to stay in contact for future work and future meetings. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Erasmus. Bye. Bye, Henry. All the best. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dr. Fernanda. Dr. Fernanda. No, she's
Oh,
Dr.
yeah, Dr. Fernanda.
You can call her doctor. All the best. Take care. Bye now. Tchau, Cristina. Um abraço. Tchau, tchau.
Bye-bye. Um
Tchau,
abraço.
tchau. Um abraço.